Hello, everyone. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Kevin. Kevin is from Portland, in Oregon, in the USA. So let's see what Kevin has to say. Enjoy the interview.
Much. Can you see me now?
Yes, now I can, yes.
Great. This is my official background.
So,
Great.
hello, Kevin. How are you?
Doing very well. Nice to meet you officially.
You too. Nice to meet you too. My goodness, I feel like going on vacation now after this background you have behind you.
Right. That's what I intended it to do so.
So, Kevin, so tell me, how's your day been so far?
You know what? It's been quite good. I'm going to classes, so I've been in kind of just a lot of Zoom meetings today. So I have another class here in another hour or so. But yeah,
I
that'll be
see.
that'll be good.
Busy day.
It is. It is. And you said your name was William?
William, yeah?
Oh, good. Yeah, I followed your YouTube channel. It's very interesting. You just randomly interview people all over the world.
Yeah, yes, it's been an amazing experience and beautiful journey, like to hear so many stories around different people around the world. So it's been amazing. I'm so grateful
Sounds
for them. Yeah.
good. Okay, yeah.
So tell me, where are you from, Kevin?
Right now, I'm in the United States, Portland, Oregon, and yeah, I'm not originally from here. I'm from Los Angeles, but I've been on the West Coast of the United States for the majority of my life. I was born in the Philippines though, so that's if that counts for anything.
Oh, wow. So tell me, you're born in Philippines, but you grew up in Los Angeles.
Yes, yes. I moved here when I was well in Los Angeles when I was about 4 years old, and so we were there. And then a lot of my family moved also, so a lot of my family's in Los Angeles. But then I think almost 8 years ago, my parents moved up, and I just followed up to Portland, Oregon, so that here I am now.
So you don't have any memory from Philippines.
I remember the weather. I remember it being kind of hot and humid, and we remember a lot of bamboo. But yeah, no, not necessarily the best memories, but yeah. Well, it was. I remember we had a lot of family around, so I remember that. But the Philippines is kind of a blur to me, and I haven't gone back since per se, at least not to my childhood home. So I hope
I
to
see.
visit in this lifetime.
So the reason why you moved from Los Angeles to Portland, it's because your parents moved.
That's accurate, yeah. So they were looking for a kind of a slower lifestyle. So, and I was looking basically for a fresh start because Los Angeles is kind of it's kind of hard to, you know, kind of tear into it basically. But Portland is where I finished all my school, still going to school now, and it's been a really great journey.
So tell me, what do you do for a living? What you're studying right now?
I'm gonna be a nurse, male nurse. Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. I That was my first major in college, and then I switched maybe like 7 times. So it's like a full circle moment. I've worked in healthcare my entire life, but the majority of it is in the administrative side. But
Mhm.
now I'm gonna be a nurse to kind of piece everything together, and then hopefully keep carrying forward from there.
I see. Okay, Kevin. So before we start our journey within the magic box, would you like to tell me something interesting about yourself?
I'm not sure. Interesting. The most interesting right now is that I'm in a polyamorous relationship, I guess. Um, I have two boyfriends at current, and maybe two and a half boyfriends. One's like an extended friends with benefits kind of thing. So that's the most
So
interesting I can think of right now off the top of my head.
it is for sure. So tell me a little bit about the idea, how your journey in a polyamorous relationship started.
You know what? I actually it was I never thought I would be in a relationship again. I dated a couple guys down in Los Angeles, and like I said, when I moved to Portland, um, I had no intention of dating again. So I was basically set on being single for the rest of my life. And then all of a sudden, I met a couple guys, and then I met another guy, and then it just felt like a natural move to kind of solidify our relationships together. And they all get along. They all know about each other, and it's kind of a really good move, I think. I don't know. I never thought, because I still kind of in a lot of ways view myself as single. We all have our own homes. We don't live together. We don't cohabitate. We have our own jobs. We have set schedules maybe where we meet up and have a date here and there, um, separately and together, that kind of thing. So it feels very like a single life, but we are in a polyamorous relationship, and two of them are in full-on marriages too. So that's kind of, yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I think nowadays people, they are very open-minded regarding different ways of expressing themselves in the relationships. I think nowadays people, they are more open-minded and they're more open about. Before it was a taboo, and nowadays people, they are more understanding. And I'm so glad that you are sharing that, because somehow as well we are open people minds somehow. I think it's good to talk about it, and you are just living your truly self, and that's amazing.
Yeah,
Great.
I definitely agree. I don't think my type of relationship is for everybody, but
Mhm.
it's kind of nice to know that it exists
Yeah,
and it can exist.
absolutely.
Um, so in a lot of ways, I feel that that's a validation. So yeah.
Absolutely. Great. Kevin, are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and to share your point of views?
Sure. Yeah. Let's get it going.
Amazing. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So this is my best friend, okay? Wonderful questions. I'm,
I
I'm
remember
just
the phone reviews. Yeah.
I'm just gonna play a song now, just for us to relax a bit before the first question, okay?
Sounds good.
Okay,
That's
let's do
totally
it.
fine.
Right, before we start the game, there is a question that you don't want to talk about for some reason, you don't want to answer. Always can change, okay?
Okay. Yeah. I'll just. I'm not shy. I'll just, if I can't answer it, I'll skip or say something.
You are in the right place. First question for you is, what is your favorite TV show?
TV show right now or ever?
Uh, yeah, what comes to
Oh,
your mind when you think your favorite TV show?
TV show Friends. I know not many people like it, and it's outdated, but somehow I can just watch it over and over and over again. But yeah, Friends, it has to be it.
Which one of the characters is your favorite one?
Oh boy, Jennifer Aniston. I don't know. There's just something very special about her. I know she's not the most likable character, but she's the one that resonated with me. So Jennifer Aniston's character, I think her name was Rachel. On the, yeah,
How,
she seemed like she carried the whole thing for me.
how she's resonates to you? What's the similarity in personality between both?
Oh, that she's this basically a little princess that kind of walks through life in her little princess world, but then it kind of breaks for her because life has a way of breaking you down, kind of thing, and gives you all the toughest decisions, toughest modes of life that you have to take. So I feel like she got a real dose of reality throughout her stay there. So I'm glad that she did that.
All right, next question, let's do it. Next question is, what bores you?
Bores me. Oh, uh, stupid people is not the word, but it's basically uncreative people. I guess you know what I mean. Be people who aren't authentic or don't have the courage to be authentic. So it's basically when I see them and I, they're basically a replication of whatever they've seen on TikTok or social media or whatever TV show they're watching. It's just they're just regurgitating everything. That gets really, yeah, you can pretty much see through that it gets really boring. I'm just like, oh, I can't take too much of this because it's not who they are, and when they're presenting themselves as such, it doesn't feel very good.
Saying that, how is being gay in Portland? Do you feel you can be your true self, you can express the way you are, or it can be a bit challenging?
You know what? I thought it would actually be a really bit challenging just because Portland's not the most diverse city,
Mhm.
and there's also I don't know. Everybody's really nice, but they're kind of they're not that imaginative. You know what I mean? They kind of they. I think the moniker here is that Portland is the city where college graduates go to retire. So it's a very slower city. It's not that progressive,
Mhm.
but um, it's very easy to be gay because everyone's nice, everyone's accepting of it. We've had some famous drag queens come from out of here, um, and there's a very healthy gay community up here. So it's really nice to kind of bounce that around, even though you're, and especially coming from Los Angeles, it's very different. But yeah, I would say it's very easy being gay up here. It's not just in Portland metro area and surrounding, but the further out you go, it can be a little bit challenging.
All right. Next one. Let's do it. Before the next question, Kevin, tell me, in your opinion, what's the most joy part of working healthcare? As you said that you've been working through your life in healthcare, and also, what is the most challenging part in your opinion?
That's I got asked this question recently too. Um, so the biggest part of healthcare that I enjoy is that it's larger than you, right? People's healthcare is their own, and it's convoluted, and you can't really have a right answer to a lot of things. Um, so you can really you can dive into it, and it can fully engulf you. You can make a full career out of it, and not really be bored. I would say the most challenging part is the patients, especially when you know something is better for them, and you're trying to tell them like, hey, do this and this. This would really enhance your life, give you a better quality of life, but they just choose not to. That gets a little like it's heartbreaking to say the least, but at the same time, it's a little bit irksome because you feel them getting sick. But then that's all part of it all. Like you can't really control people, and you just do it knowing that at some point you're going to make a difference in somebody's life. So that's where I'm at.
All right. Next question is, what is the nicest thing a family member has ever done for you?
Oh my goodness. My mother, who I love, basically paid for half of my house. She already had her own house, and I was looking to like move myself up in the world. She took out part of her retirement and was just like, "Hey, let me do this. Let me take care of you." And I'm like, "All right, I'll pay you back or something." But she's like, I don't need to pay back. I just want to see you succeed a little bit, give you a leg up." And that's kind of mother's love right there.
Oh, that's so sweet. And I can
It
see
is.
her. I can see her watching the interview right now and smiling with your beautiful words.
I think so. Oh yeah, my mom. Yeah, she'll get a kick out of it. I think so.
Do you have siblings as well, or you are the only child?
Technically, I'm the middle child of seven children. I have two stepsisters and about five half brothers and sisters. But I
Mhm.
grew up as an only child. I'm my only mom's. I'm the only child of my mother, and then my dad's had their own children. My stepdad had his own children. Um, I'm only really close now to my stepsisters. One of them lives up here in Portland with me, moved up here,
Mhm.
and my half brothers and sisters. We stay in contact, but not as frequent. So yeah,
All right.
big
Next
family.
question.
Yeah.
A big family for sure. Next one. Next question is, what is the weirdest food combination have you ever tried?
Oh, this was recent too. I tried French fries in a milkshake. Have you tried that? I don't know.
No?
It was a weird. It's McDonald's, so it's a McDonald's French fries, which is they're a little bit sweeter altogether. But then you mix it in with their milkshake or some sort. Like I tried it with strawberry, and it's actually quite good.
I'm not tempted to try. I'm not tempted to try. For some reason, it doesn't match.
It's the salt and sweet combination, but I don't know if I'd do it with strawberry again. But yeah, it tasted okay. It was surprising. It tasted like a little bit like strawberry shortcake.
Do you like cooking?
I do when I get the chance. I cook. I used to cook all my own meals, but then it's a lot easier to just buy food these days, order out. Um, but I can pretty much cook anything that I order out, which is kind of a nice thing to say. So yeah. But my favorite food is Chinese food. Oh God,
I
I
love Chinese food.
I love it. It's so good, and I might even have some today actually. But yeah, so and and fried chicken. Oh, but there's like the thing about Portland is that we have all the good food. It's everywhere. So Portland's such a foodie town. So if you budget correctly, you can have like good, awesome quality meals without having to cook. But sometimes you just gotta cook.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Next question. Next question for you is, how would your best friends describe yourself?
My best friends would they would say I'm loyal. I hope they would say I'm kind, but intelligent is part of it also. Maybe funny, depends on the situation, but definitely loyal and kind. I'm there when they need me, even though we're kind of apart. So yeah.
And something that they would like say that you need to improve, something that you could work on it.
Oh, oh my goodness. What is it? What kind of interview is this? Let's see. My friends, the funny thing is my friends are fairly forthright, so they don't hold anything back. Um, they could say I'm a little bit sarcastic. They could also say that I could be a little bit of an asshole. It doesn't matter sometimes. I mean, like, it does happen. Um, but it's generally not in it's not I'm not mean-hearted, but I am kind of brash to a certain degree. Yeah, that's kind of it. I don't think my friends don't have I I've chosen my friends, so these are usually the ones that have withstood the test of time, so they know me by now. So even if they didn't like something about me, they always usually like, since they liked it so long, that it doesn't really bother them, to my understanding. Is that a fair answer? I'm not. It's not a cop out. I don't know. Like if something's bothering my friends, they'll tell me, and most of the time it isn't. But yeah, there we go.
I just saw on your arm now a tattoo here. Do you have a tattoo? Let me see. What's the meaning?
This is a labyrinth, and this one just says "Let Go." I have a couple here on my chest as well, and but yeah, basic labyrinth is it's different from a maze since there's only one entrance and one exit.
Mm-hmm.
But it's definitely a journey to oneself, is what the description is. So I really enjoyed it, and you got someone to do it for me. So there, yeah.
You had it for a very long time, or is something new?
This is my second tattoo, so I've had it for about maybe 15 years, something like that. Yeah, 36. I got my first tattoo when I was 21.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ready for another question?
I'm ready.
Let's
Knock
do
them
it.
out.
Before the next question, Kevin, tell me what's the best parts of having a polyamory relationship, and the flip side. What's the most challenging part?
Oh my goodness. So this is actually an easy question. The best part of having a polyamorous relationship is that it's like no script. You do what you want. Everything is very no obligation. Um, it's heartfelt because everybody's acting on their own, on their own accord. Nothing's nothing's forced. Nothing's kind of you don't do things because you're guilty or you need to do them, that kind of thing. And I would say the worst part is scheduling. It's very difficult considering, and I've actually know some other polyamorous couples, but like, yeah, like you sometimes you don't get to see one partner for a week at a time, or you only get to see them a week at a time, and you know sometimes texting or FaceTime might be the best result, but scheduling is because you're your own person and you're busy and you have stuff going on, and it's tough juggling like more than one partner, right? Especially when they don't live with you, so you really have to be um, conscientious about making time for each other.
See. All right. Next question is, what does family mean to you?
Everything. I think when I bought my house, my grandmother was one of the first two people that called, and she didn't really like she called she didn't even really congratulate me about getting a house or anything, but she was like just going down this like timeline of like, oh, we started from here, we did this, we traveled here, we didn't own a house, or she didn't own a house till, you know, she was in her like late 50s, and I'm buying a house in my 30s. Like she's this, going down the line of how she may have contributed, and she's just so happy that of my providence kind of thing. And yeah, I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't be here without family. It's very nice because they are very supportive and they're very understanding, but they're also there's the correct amount of judgmental, right? They'll they'll steer you to the right course. So they won't just let me fly off the handle, and definitely not if I do something just out of whack and just not uncustomary. They're not afraid to question it and be like, hey, this is really unlike you. This doesn't really, like, this is not what the family taught you to do, that kind of thing. So yeah, family is everything to me, and I wouldn't be here without them.
Oh, sweet. I think family, have this strong bond with your family. I think it's a plus. You know what I mean? When you go through
Yes.
challenging times, or when you have like plans or things to achieve, and you know that your family is there for you,
Hmm.
you feel safe, you feel more encouraged to do things. That's what I believe.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that for it's kind of rare for a lot of I know for a lot of Asian people, it's we're kind of there, that we have this clannish kind of family going on, but like for a lot of gay people in general, like especially up here, they're very estranged from their family. Like they had to make their own chosen family at some point in their lives, which is okay, but there's something very different about being around a group of people who love you no matter what, regardless, just because they've been around for so long. And so, yeah.
Great.
Hmm.
3 questions left for you, Kevin. Let's do
Oh
it.
boy, it's going quickly.
Next question is, what bad habits you wish you could stop?
Oh, I need to put down my phone like really quickly. I like to go and like I look at my news and my Facebook feeds, and I watch like videos that I haven't caught up on during the day right before I go to sleep. So I end up staying awake in bed before going to sleep much longer. So I'm up like maybe an hour or two before I actually like I go to bed at 9, but I sleep by 11. But yeah, no, that needs to change. So we'll see how that goes in the future.
Which platform on social media you use the most?
Right now, I would say it's a toss up between Instagram and Facebook.
Mhm.
Um, I wish I got into more. No, I don't want TikTok. I never got into Snapchat. But Instagram is just much easier since it's just a lot of photos and it's no muss, no fuss. And Facebook got a little crazy with their ads and everything. So, whatever. Instagram is it probably.
Okay. 2 questions left for you. Let's do it. Before the next question, Kevin, tell me, through your career working healthcare, tell me a moment or a situation with your patients, or with that happened to you, that you go like, you know what, that moment or that situation, it always have a special place in my heart.
Um, oh, it's countless. I guess the most recent one, I actually started working in a clinical in an assisted living facility, and we kind of have this. My mom is my mom's a nurse too, right? So she always kind of told me like, don't ever put me in assisted living facility, like just let me die at home kind of thing. And I'm like, I never understood why, But then I went to these assisted living facilities, and I finally understood why. And I mean, no matter the amount of care that you give to these patients, they just, the level of loneliness and the level of isolation from their family and friends and all that kind of stuff is really disparaging. So I would never put my mom in an assisted living facility, but I also, it kind of helped me to be like, hey, give the patient in these facilities their best, your best actions, just because um, you know, they don't have any place to go, and it's just a really heartbreaking thing that in their old age they've just kind of been abandoned there. It's kind of like a pet homeless shelter, you know, like a pet shelter. Like I don't know. It's hard to describe, but
Mhm.
that was a very eye-opening experience. I know they have to be there and they probably have nowhere else to go, but it really just helped me to be like, hey, just give them your best and make them feel as comfortable and as loved as possible. Otherwise, they have nothing else. So yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a reality that happen around the world, and and just see a nurse talking about that openly. I think
Hmm.
people they understand a little bit more about the idea. But as you said, some of them there's not even a choice, just because for problems or some things that they is the only way they can go. And but even though it's sad anyway, but
Oh, great. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
No, it's kind of just it's just like a knowing that a lot of nurses know that this is a fact, that this is what happens, but
Hmm.
they would never really want to see their loved ones in that type of situation. But you know, who knows what will happen down the line.
Next question is, what is the worst first date have you ever been on?
Oh God, I haven't been on a first date in so long. Mm, okay, I'll say this. This was in Los Angeles, and this was this was less of a first date than it was kind of like a hookup or whatever. So I went up to this guy's hotel room or whatever. We're getting ready, and he was just getting out of the shower, and I was just sitting in the little, I don't know, what little couch in that room or whatever. And then he went out, saw me, gave me this like head to toe kind of up and down look, and I was like, okay, maybe he's just checking me out, whatever. Didn't say a word. Went back into the bathroom, did some more stuff, put his clothes on, and then sat on the bed across from me, right? And then he looks at me and he goes, "You look nothing like your photos." And I'm like, "That's not true. Like I don't. These are like I'm not that type. I don't fish. I don't catfish anybody." He goes and says, and this is how I know it's not true, because he said, "You look like you don't look as white as you do in your photos as you do here." And I'm like, there's no way in hell that you would confuse me for a white man. I mean, maybe like in some alternate reality, if I was like in Brazil or something where ethnicity is you know, not as clear. But I'm like, no, I'm an Asian guy. Like I've never promoted myself as a white. And then so like we just sat each other, looked it up, and then I was like, oh, you kind of want me to go. So I left and I had my and we didn't have dinner, and I was like, okay. So that was like it was my first kind of racist. I don't know. I don't know what he was thinking, but at the same time, you know, it had really no effect on me in some way, because it was his perspective, right? I couldn't. I didn't know what he was thinking. Plus, I didn't really know him that well. So yeah, I guess that was a really bad first meeting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, sometimes those moments it's come to us, and as you said, it somehow affects us, and we try to understand. And actually, it's not wrong with us; it's wrong with them. In the end of the day,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I
totally.
never took it. I never took it, and I still don't fault him. You know, like maybe
Yeah.
my pictures were misleading. I don't think that I don't even remember the interaction in detail anymore. I just remember what he said, what I said,
Uh-huh.
what I did, and I left. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Life is
absolutely.
good.
Right. Let's do the last question then. Next one. But before the last question, people watching the interview right now, they would like to start a career in healthcare. What would be your best piece of advice?
Mm, definitely look at it for the right reasons. Healthcare is not an easy job, and it's a very heart heavy job. Like you'll see a lot of things that you won't see in normal circumstances. And I don't want to say you have to psych yourself up for it, because if you really feel like you want to help people, then that's enough. But definitely know what you're getting yourself into. Like shadow some nurses, maybe follow a doctor, do something, because it's not the glamorized thing you see on TV. Like it, healthcare does have a heart component to it that's actually very real, because it will mess with your head and it'll mess with your heart if you're not ready for it. And you should really get that in order before you jump into healthcare.
Great. Last question is, do you know anyone who is living their life to the fullest?
Oh boy, that I model, or that I'm trying. You know what? I don't. I don't like the idea necessarily of celebrity. Like, so I'm not. I would if I was of a lower consciousness, I'd probably say the Kardashians, but I don't even know them if they're living that life. But I would say off the top of my head, I think my grandfather is. I mean, I met him, like I've seen him through different modes of his life, and right now he's going through some stuff where a lot of his friends are dying. I think he just turned 94,
Wow.
so yeah,
What a blast. What a blast, 94.
yeah. So, but he has kids and grandchildren and great grandchildren. I really look up to him, but he's really done a lot with his life that he has very few regrets for, I think. And so I think that's someone that's living their life to the fullest. It's very easy. His wife is still alive. A lot of his children are still alive, so they're taking care of him. He has a Coke and watches, I don't know, CNN endlessly all day,
Oh,
and it's very simple. And then if he wants to, he goes out and gardens and loves doing his. So I think that's it. I don't know if that's the life I strive for, but it's definitely the peace I strive for. Just kind of coming to the end of it all and being like, hey, this is a life well lived. So that's
oh,
kind of where I'm at.
amazing. It's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game, okay? I'm going to give away
Ooh,
some words. Just tell one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking.
a quick thing. Okay.
So, I hope you are enjoying the interview. Before we do the word association game, don't forget to give a like, don't forget to share this video, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Just click on the button right there. Thank you so much and enjoy the word association game.
Let's
Ooh,
go.
family,
Family, important.
money,
Money, not important.
love,
Love, transactional.
that's life,
Life, to be lived to the fullest. You only get one. That's what I think
sex,
of it.
sex,
Sex, important. Yeah.
polit- politics,
Oh, not. No comment. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. Yeah.
okay,
Illusions. Yeah.
right? One word for religion,
Religion can be done wrong.
fear,
Fear, definitely an illusion.
friendship,
Uh, important.
desire,
Mm, necessary to live.
regret,
Part of life.
wish,
Um, hope. Um,
success,
also an illusion.
happiness.
It's what you make of it.
One word for Philippines.
Philippines. I want to say underrated.
Okay?
We're a beautiful people, and yeah, so definitely look us up. We're always smiling, have the most amazing tans, and we're gosh darn intelligent. So yeah, definitely underrated.
One word for Los Angeles.
No, overpopulated, too much.
One word for Portland.
Um, Growing pains. They're really trying to find their identity right now.
One word for polyamorous relationship.
Difficult. Difficult.
One word for USA.
USA, lost. Um, we're lost. Definitely, we're not. We're out of touch. Might be even better. Yeah.
And the last one now, nurse. One word.
Um, Needed. We're definitely the backbone of a lot of things.
Let's pretend now that I would meet your both partners for a coffee, and I'm going to ask them, define Kevin in one positive word and one negative word, what they would say.
About me?
Yeah?
Oh, positive words.
One positive and one negative.
I think they definitely like my heart. I think they like me as a person, but I think both of them will kind of say that I am kind of an asshole.
I
Yeah,
love the honesty. I love the honesty.
yeah, it's what it is.
When they watch the interview, before your answer, you ask them what you're gonna say, and after you play again to see if it matches, okay? And let me
Yeah,
know. I'm
I'll
curious.
definitely will. I'm pretty sure they'll understand it. Right.
Yeah. Let's play now, Kevin and the Magic Box, and you can ask me a question. But hey, Kevin, you can ask me a question now.
So, right, we talked about that this was kind of a random outreach on Instagram, but like, what motivates you to do this? What motivates you to interview people and kind of talk with them for a while?
I think that the biggest motivation for me, Kevin, is the fact that I know that when I'm going to connect with someone, and I know that I'm gonna learn something. I'm gonna, take something from my personal life. I'm gonna, smile. I'm gonna get emotional. I'm gonna connect with someone that maybe something that I never heard before. They're gonna share something that for me was something new, or maybe something for me was a taboo that I never understood. And now talking to them, it kind of opened my mind. Um, so you have no idea when the best part for me of the interview when I do the show when I send the request, yeah, and my
Mhm.
guest accepts the invitation, and the first time when I see my guests, for me is like, oh, that's when I literally forget about my words, my real world outside. I just, for me, it's a beautiful time because I'm connected with someone that I never seen before or I've seen before. I connect with someone that for sure we meant to have this moment. So literally this interview right now we are having, we just made memories. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
imagine. It's a moment. It's a moment that meant to be. I'm so grateful to be able to connect with so many people around the globe, and let them let actually I see as a trust because they let me go into their life. When I say about their life, of course it's about whatever they are living or where they are from, but at the same time as well what's going on here when they share what is happening here. So I feel the most fortunate person because they trust me somehow. They let me explore something that's they live, something that they left in the past. Or so I feel very grateful that somehow this opportunity came up to me, and they have no idea. I just love it, the show, because I get so much out of it, and let my guests connect with other people around the globe as well. Somehow, that's what makes me, make like I just want to do more and more and more because it's just amazing to see so amazing people around the world sharing so much experience, and that's the best part.
I believe it. Yeah, it's a good journey. I'm really glad you're doing this, and thank you for having me. So this is amazing.
The pleasure is all mine, and thanks for being so kind and so open as well about some reality in life, and people they appreciate that. I think nowadays talking about it again, it just open people's mind, and that's the best part of talking about certain topics that maybe people they're not ready to talk about, or maybe they never had the opportunity. So thanks so much for being so open. But before you go, if you can share a positive message or something that you live by.
Something that I live by. Definitely live life to the fullest. But life is too short to take anything for granted. So love fully, live fully, eat well, um, do all the things that can make you happy, and do them now because tomorrow is not a guarantee.
Amazing. Let's live the moment. Let's live the day today.
Yes.
Absolutely. Thanks so much. Regards to your family and to your partners, and you keep in touch. Okay. Thanks so much for the
Well,
interview.
hey, thank you so much for the interview. You're great.
Take care. Bye. So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, to share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why you'd like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye, see you next time.